Aha! So hello guys, Riku Faces back to a brand new episode of the Minecraft series. Hopefully you're having a good day, because today is an exciting episode again. So before we start our main project, I want to do something a bit different this episode for the start. So I need to do all 19 end gateways to spawn them in, and you spawn them in by killing the dragon. So what's the best way to start the episode off? By killing the Ender Dragon. This is going to be really easy since we have got the ability of Elytras. And also I generally do need to do this. So let's actually spawn in the dragon again. So my only concern is hopefully it doesn't go and hit the end farm. So this is something I definitely need to do. This is going to be really quick. And there it is, it's spawning in. So obviously I'll get to another reason why in the future why I need all these end gateways spawned, and I don't want to look at Enderman. So round 2 of the dragon, let's go. So this is actually going to be very straightforward. We are just need to go and fly around, hit everything. And it's pretty straightforward. It's a lot easier than last time's fight. So yeah, we'll deal with those caged ones. And oh, watch out, those crystals do hit really hard. And oh, we don't hit it. No, I missed it. Okay, let's go and deal with the ones on here. I've got totems in case if I do die. Yeah, I shouldn't actually take damage from those because the iron bars block the blast. There we go. So it's down. So let's actually now have a little mid-air fight with him. But yeah, you can tell this one's going to be very easy. Yeah, this is going to be a quick fight. Just have to watch my health and that, and my Elytra durability. But I think Elytra durability should be fine. Oh, you actually hit a bit hard. And I don't have a totem on either, which is even worse. I have bought some totems just in case things go a bit sour. Oh god, yep. It's not hitting me that hard. We don't have nothing to worry about. Yeah, it obviously hit me because I'm in his hitboxes. Yeah, this is easy. This is such an easy... Oh, he hit me again. Need to watch my hunger as well. And he flew through the pillars. But yeah, this fight is very quick. And oh, you're gonna land. Oh, I keep forgetting, and that noise is horrifically loud. Is he gonna let me hit him? There we go. I got launched, but it's not that bad because I've got Elytras. And I think when he's like that... Oh, never mind. And one more hit, and we've done it. We did it. That was not that bad, actually. That was really quick. I think... Yeah, it was like... I would say like 2 minutes, roughly, to do that fight. Get our portal back and everything. And we... do not receive much XP because it's not the first time fighting, but it's not really a problem. So let's actually go check out the second gateway. Yeah, so it spawned the next gateway. So if you don't know, in the end and that, with the gateways, they typically do spawn 20 in total. So we did 2 out of 20 and we need 18 more dragon fights. So that's a good way to start the episode, and let's actually get onto our main focus for today. Okay, so I am in my creative world, and I am going to show you some few things on that which I have done. So I've been playing around in the end, and I've been messing around with gateways. I've been doing road designs, which I'll get into the future, and I'm going to ignore that. That is for the future, but let's actually go down here where you can't see that. So obviously I did mention... last episode, you see this grid that I was going to explain to you what this is all about. So a quick disclosure, these mods do not give me a game advantage. They don't automate anything. These are just things which are quality of life improvements, and they just make the game in a technical side a bit more easier and less effort to do. So the first thing is obviously this grid placement. So this grid placement, when I hold control and I right click, I can place blocks like diagonally. If I place in the middle, it can place it up. So you can basically do a lot quicker block placement with. So that's all that is. The next thing is if I press H and C and I go to my shapes, and let's add a shape. So this is a despawn spear, and we turn this on, and then I press H, and then I toggle the shape. It will bring this circle up. So what this circle is this is all visual. But as I stood there, this is the spawn spear. So in the spear, from where I was standing before, is where mobs can spawn. So this is very useful, especially for mob farming and that. So to know where to destroy and what is going to affect the spawns or not. So for example, in a mob farm, we are going to be using that spear to see if there's any dark areas or any areas which mobs can spawn at in that circle, so we can get rid of. And also at the top right, you have stuff for like world time and that. You get like velocity. This is all customizable. But let's actually go into the overworld now. And obviously there's one here that I need to remove. Let's turn the shape render off. And there's another thing which is pretty useful. So if I press this key on my keyboard, it will bring up these green boxes. And what these green boxes do is these are basically slime chunks. So this basically saves me time from going into a world viewer and seeing what chunks does what, and I have to do the maths and the coordinates and all the chunk calculations. This basically tells me what slime chunks are slime chunks and ones that are not. So that makes it a lot easier. And obviously I think for another demonstration is I have to go into the overworld. But before I do that, let's show you another thing I've got. So I need a crafting table. And we are going to give ourselves, let's say, let's do gold ingots. And let's give ourselves like 666. So our inventory is going to be filled with gold ingots. So if I hold A, and this brings up this crafting grid. So what I can do is hold A and hold right click and just do gold blocks, for example. And that's a recipe. But if I middle click it, it'll add it. So obviously what I can do then is if I press Control, Alt and C, it will basically mass craft everything for me, which is really useful for crafting a lot of items. So yeah, this was inspired by another SciCraft member, and that I do watch a lot, Il Mango. He had some good mod suggestions, and I think these mod suggestions are going to be good for us when we build farms in the series. So like I said before, these don't give me any in-game advantage, like they don't show me where ores are. They just show me some technical information that vanilla Minecraft will not show me. But also other features, you can have stuff like, I think it's X and C, and that you get, this is like Tweakaroo, and this is with the block placement thing. This is, I can do this. And also I need to go into the overworld to show you this next change. So we're in the overworld right now. We're on the single player series, on the Minecraft series, if I have to be more precise. And if I press H and C, this brings up the mob spawning spear. We'll show you that in a bit. So if you go to structures and pillager outpost is on, and that I think I've got prepared for this demonstration. And if you remember, there's a pillager outpost over here. So I do need to press H, and you see there is a blue bounding box around it. So what this is this is the structure box, and what this means is this will tell me the exact structure for the pillager outpost. So in this box, pillagers can spawn. So if we do a pillager spawning farm for a raid farm, we need to destroy everything outside the box. So all this terrain, all this. And then also light up the caves to get the maximized spawning. and that. So that is that. It has many options. It has all the structures in the game, and you can hotkey them and everything. But what's going to be used for the mob farm is the shape. So if we enable that and turn this on, so this is the spawn radius of the mob farm. So when we go down, and that there is a direct center that I will show you. So go down here and I'll explain the changes with what I've done off camera so far. If we stand around here, this, or well, technically here, that spear is where inside it is where all the mobs can spawn. So what we want to do is to make it so like the height is in the spawning platforms, and it should definitely work. So I did try to keep this lower. I was tempted to do build this a bit lower down as well. I might do that as well, just for more spawning platforms, but I might consider it. But today that is not our focus on the spawning platforms. Today we're doing the collection and sorting system of the mob farm. So this is all the redstone at the bottom, and let's actually get into that right now. So this is the mob farm, and that I got rid of the beacon because it was obstructing my way of building. And so off camera I did do the rails, and there was a specific reason why, and we have a mob down there. That is concerning. And that's also another thing I want to mention about the mod as well. So if I press H again, if I press this, it will bring up all the numbers on the blocks. And what this is it will tell me where the mobs are spawned. So these ones are red, and that means the creeper spawned here. So let's add some torches around here. And with the slime chunks, we can see that there are some slime chunks here. And this is a problem for the mob farm, is if slime spawn here, they can take up the mob cap. So we need to replace this bit with glass. And over there's another one just right in the corner. And for a second, I thought one spawned here, but no, slime came down here and was in this area. Because if slimes are around, obviously they can block the hopper minecarts, and it can basically choke the system. Over here we also have the Minecart Unloader. So this is the same design like I mentioned last episode. I did some changes. So instead of it directly hitting the dispenser per block through, and we can add this bit over here. And this redstone line here I did implement is actually we're going to be adding a toggle switch. Because this is like 40 blocks long roughly, a normal redstone light cannot transfer like 40 redstone strength. So we have to extend it. But if we put a repeater here, let's say we need to extend it here, this one will not get power. So what it does is it puts power to the target block, which the repeater can pull out, and repeater here will just extend the signal. So I've done this the entire way through, and it works perfectly fine. So what's next we need to do is we need to add in all these rails. So before we actually do that, we'll be doing a time lapse on it, and also I'll demonstrate how to do that in a bit, how to do one of them. So there's a reason why I didn't do the tracks on camera. So I almost had to dig in another direction because of the track placement. So let's say in this scenario, let's actually get our slime chunk, or let's just turn this off, and that, so you can see, is that they're going this way. So if I do a forward track, and let's add some powered rails here. But if I add another one, you can see it will mess up. So powered rails do favor this direction instead of this direction. So I had to do something special. So obviously minecart tracks will do this. So obviously I had to specifically place them in a way so they do not connect with each other. And it became very frustrating. I spent more time actually like figuring out how to get them to line up instead of breaking the track, because obviously you need a straight track for all of them. and that is the reason why I didn't record it or do a time lapse, because it took me longer. It took me like a couple of hours to do this setup, and also I'd add minecart tracks or powered rails to make it all work. So I do somewhere have a hopper minecart. So I think I stored all my stuff in here before we did the dragon. Yeah, we've got hopper minecart. So let's actually show you roughly what's going to happen. So let's go down here. So I did place a magma block specially for this demonstration. So we're going to drop them all on here. So this entire floor is going to be magma blocks, and let's actually put the hopper minecart on the track. So what will happen is it'll go down and then it will pick it up. So you can't see because the glowstone's in the way. And what's going to happen then is it's going to stop and it's going to put it into a dropper. And then after that is done, it will dispense the minecart again. So that is the plan. And then what's going to happen is we've got this observer line here, which will be rigged to a clock, and it will basically trigger these droppers, dropping them. And also another reason why I didn't put this block here is because I found out when this is going, it can lock and unlock the hopper, and then it will limit how fast it can flow. So this drops down here, and this has to be too high, and I'll show you why in a bit. But let's actually work on the redstone, and that let's do one single unloading station and show you how to build one. Okay, so I got the resources and that from my shulkers, and I'll show you how to build one of these. So obviously we've got the hopper and the dropper here, but what we do, place a comparator and we place that, and we can also do this and then this, and then we put a block in between. We put the torch, and then up here, if I can reach, we put the repeater, and that will power that. So that's all I need to do. I need to do this for the entire line, and then it should be done. So, and after we can work on the water system together. So another time lapse. So enjoy the time lapse. So obviously doing a mob farm, we might take a bit of a break from building, and we need to do a task which is very important for mob farms. So obviously how mob farms work is you manipulate the spawn or where they spawn. So we're going to manipulate the mob spawning mechanics to spawn them up there. And it all works and that, but we need good rates. We want as much mobs up there to spawn as possible. So there is a trick which you can do to find caves without glitches or hacking or x-rays or anything, is by using the F3 menu. So how this works, and I don't understand how this works. I think the C is something to do with air blocks. That's what the tutorial showed me. I'm going to link the guy in the description because this is amazing. I didn't even know about this. So up here where you say C, 12, and that means there's like air blocks if you go up here, and that there's those air blocks up there and everything. But let's actually just quickly empty my inventory before I do this, because I want to demonstrate in... Okay. Never mind, but let's see, we need to dump some of this stuff off quickly because we are going in the caves today. as well. So is there a shulker? Let's actually put everything in here. So if I alt click on that, I can place things in chests really quickly. And let's get some torches. We do need some more torches though for this, because this is going to be mental. And also another thing I forgot to show, I can hold I and I can see all the shulkers. So I don't need to open and close them. So I think there's some more coal up here. So let's actually go back down here. And this should work very well. So let's firstly look in this direction. So obviously the number's really low right now. So it's at 9. So what we can do is we can look around and see if that number jumps. So if that number jumps like really high, basically that means there is a cave nearby. So looks like in this direction there's a cave. So let's actually go back onto the killing platform and check in this direction. So it's still at 9. And let's see. So there's 12. So in this direction, diagonally, it says round... I think it's that room it's talking about, but I swear I saw something else. Let's have a look. Oh, I'm actually looking at the wrong number. Okay, so here. So it says round in... I saw that number jump. Like really high. So yeah, this is this room. Let's see. Let's actually look around here and see if there's anything. So that number should jump, and so yeah, 219. So what we can do is we're going to destroy this. So we're going to put the blocks here temporary, and we're just going to dig ourselves our way through. So also it's very important to light this up. So where was this showing us? So it's basically like hot or cold. So in this direction. Okay, yep. So that is an ocean. Oh, we've got an ocean ravine. Okay, so this might lead off into different caves, maybe. So you've got a lava here. We don't have to worry about this. So here we go. I think we found a cave. And we can do some mining as well on camera, which is very exciting. So yep, you can see over there, there's some dark spots that need to be covered. So if we go over here, we can just simply just light up, and we have all the stuff to torch up. So let's see. I do not think this is all. I think there's more to this. It's literally on the border as well. But we'll light these up just for good measures. Okay, there's more. Oh, there is a zombie in gold leggings. Okay, we need to light up all that ravine. But let's actually continue to check. Yep, there's some more dark spots here. And we got, I think it's, that's not a dungeon, no, that's just lava. Yep, all this light spot. So you can tell that this is a bit of a problem. Because, oh, we got some lovely diamonds as well. Okay, all of you go into the lava pit. Let's actually block this off. Let's light all this up. And maybe that will lead to something. I don't know. We can check out. But let's see how many diamonds we got. I've got plenty of diamonds right now. We got 7. Oh, you made me jump. There we go. Take them out. Okay, yeah, there's some... Oh, there's loads of dark spots here we need to deal with. Oh, we've got this entire ravine and everything. Yeah, we've got a lot of dark spots to deal with. So what I most likely am going to do... There's going to be a few time lapses. Oh, he's got a flame bow. So what I'm going to do after I dealt with the mobs is we are going to do a time lapse of me lighting up these caves. Hopefully you enjoy. And we have done all the caves that I can possibly find. So in the end, I actually did use the composter exploit and that to find some caves. Obviously the F3 menu is really good, but unfortunately I spent a lot of time like just digging around trying to find empty caves. But we might come back and do some more if there's any spots. Especially at the end when there weren't actually many mobs around, or there's loads of mobs actually, I mean. So that shows that we have lit up most of the caves. So I've been off camera doing a lot of work. I did place down my beacon again because I did need it, because I am getting ready for the next part of the redstone. And you can tell that I have actually put all the magma blocks in. I was going to do a time lapse of this, but we've had 2 time lapses today. We've had one of the collection system, and we had one of me caving. And you maybe realise over there, that these are slabs, and unfortunately these have to be slabs mainly because the minecart will not get through. I could move it all back, but it's too much effort to do that. But I do not think this is going to affect the rates that much. I don't think it's going to affect the rates at all. So let's actually have a look at the process that I've done inside. So in the middle here is our toggle switch, and this is where we're going to put like a lever. We even might put like, I don't know, a polished black stone block or something with a lever on top and put a toggle switch, and we can just stand here. And we have put the chests in as well, and they look amazing. And that, I think the black stone does look really nice. And we actually need some slabs. So there's some things I need to do still. So let me show you. So if we go through here, and I have done all the hoppers. I need to add some blackstone still. And if we go up here, we can see that I've started working on the item sorting system. So let's actually quickly place down these slabs so we don't see the top, and explain what's going on here. So this is a very popular design for a item sorting system. This is the most cost effective, and also it's very tileable. So how this works is there's going to be 44 filler blocks. So we're going to get some cobblestone, and what is going to happen is when we get an item through, what's going to happen is it's only going to have this item slot. So this slot is only going to be the one that is going to be filtered. So we will have one filler, one filler, one filler, and 41 cobble, and here is a singular item, and this is our item we'll be filtering, for example, gunpowder. So when that happens is it will hit a redstone power of 2, but when we put another item in, when it flows through, it will trigger this redstone dust. And oh, we're missing a repeater there. I definitely need to fix that. And it will push the power through its block, and it will invert the signal, and it will allow it to go through. And with hoppers, how they work is they always drain the first item slot, and that is very important. And we need to do this for the entire thing, and you maybe realise I've added the water flow system. So the water flow system works very well. So how this works is obviously I had to do it in a little bit twisty and turny. So over here we will go to right to the end. This is where the water elevator will go, and this will basically push the items through here. And then when it does, what will happen, it will bounce back down, line on the chest, and it will go through the hoppers if it is a valid item. So if the golden carrots are in here and it's filtered and it passes through, it will go through the hoppers and be putting into storage. But what's the point of the chest is to line the item in between the ice and the hoppers. So it will still get a hopper effect and the speed effect, and it will go around, and we will have to create a loop around here, and we need to do it on this side as well. We also might have a back chest for like that excess items, like stuff which didn't make it in, like I don't know, boots for example, or like more gunpowder if it got full. I might even create a bulk storage for this if this fills up very quickly. We do have 25 double chests for each item, except from the rich items, which will only have 5 double chests. So it'll be gunpowder, this will be, I don't know, flesh, this will be bones, this one will be arrows, spider eyes, string, and what's the other one? There's one more. I don't remember. What was it? There was something else, I think, and then this would be rich items. So there's exactly 5 rich items that get dropped, which is pretty useful. But if we actually have a spare one, I'm definitely going to use it for gunpowder. Actually, I've got a list of drops that the mob farm will do. Just give me a second. Okay, so we have got on the list here gunpowder, flesh, bones, arrows, string, spider eyes. Let's see, and then we have the glowstone from the riches, redstone from the riches. We have the glass bottles, the sugar and stick. So I might dedicate 2 of these storage units to, what do you call it, gunpowder. Also, another thing I need to do is there was a slime chunk that needs to be filled in. So obviously slimes do contribute towards the mob cap. So if we press H and then we press, I think, this key, yes. So what we need to do is we need to make sure that it's lit up properly. So let's actually destroy this. And obviously with the bedrock, I can just put glass over it. But we do not really care about the what do you call it, looks of this, because I doubt we'll be coming through here when this is done. Only if something goes wrong or we need to change something. So let's actually quickly destroy all this stuff we don't need. So I have also done some thinking in that and deciding what I want to do next, what farm I want to work on next. And I think what's going to be next is the gold farm. So after we built this farm, after I got loads of stuff, we'll go get some netherite. We maybe kill another river, I don't know. And then what we can do is we can start designing our gold farm. Now, please note, I've not built a gold farm before. I've built a really crummy one using turtle eggs, but I want to use make a proper one. A one which involves like aggroing its pigment so we can get all the drops. And we can actually convert that into a zombie piglin bartering farm as well, as we'll get gold ingots from it. Now with the gold we can make more beacon bases, and then we maybe be able to do a guardian farm, which is very exciting because, well, it's not exciting to build, but when we build it, it's going to be amazing. And then we just need to get the farms up and running and that. So obviously I want to do a water elevator, but I actually do not have a soul sand on me to do it. And it looks like, yeah, like they will not be able to spawn in here, I think. Which I'm fairly confident they shouldn't, because there'll be fully obstructed blocks. It'll be both the water and slime. Even the small slimes require 1x2. And even if they did get into the mob filter, I might even take some implications or like precautions. I might slab the top so only items can fit through, but it will drown slimes in case if they actually do. They will not affect how the items get dropped. They will not push the items. They can't pick them up, so it shouldn't be a big problem. And also we're going to add a portal in here, and we're also going to add a toggling system to it. And the toggling system is mainly because zombie pigmen can spawn, and that contributes towards the mob cap. So let's actually work on this. So how this works is we're going to put blocks here. And we're going to put some blocks here. And let's actually put down the torches first. So what this will do, these will lock the hoppers. We also don't need these. And then what we need to do is place some like this. And then, yeah, we always, oh, damn it, I need hoppers. I completely forgot. And I don't actually think the amount of hoppers we've got, we wouldn't have enough to do it. Like, I feel like we need like another stack of hoppers, which is going to be a nightmare. Worst case scenario, just use the gold iron blocks from the beacon. But I do want to keep some blocks just in case we have a beacon. So yeah, we need like 10 extra per. So let's actually get the ice down. Well, we'll get the ice down here. And what we need to do is place down the comparators. And this will gather the signal and... Oops. Okay, just don't go in hoppers. I won't do any hoppers. Okay, luckily they didn't go through the complete hopper line because it's locked. And then what we need to do is, I think, actually let's get the repeater down here because I accidentally deleted it. And what's going to happen next is we need blocks along here. We don't need them here. Let's see, repeaters go here. And all we need to do now is place the redstone dust on here. And then what we need to do is just put the glass panes on top. And then we just need to put glass on here. And let's actually do the next block. Obviously, I want it as much as ice as possible so the items get momentum. And then here we need to put a sign, which I don't have a sign on me. But we pretty much done. So we put a water source block here. We want to make sure the items are traveling at the fastest they can possibly do. Possibly can, I mean. So we just need to do this the entire way through. And also, before I cut, to do the rest of it, I want to add a redstone lamp over the nether portal where they, what do you call it, go through a pressure plate system so we can see the items visually go past. Which we can't see them all, but we'll see some. Especially when we got the main ones here. But yeah, hopefully that isn't a problem. It shouldn't be a problem. No mobs will be able to fit in as it's half slabs. But it might affect the rates because if one drops there, it will not be able to collect it. But I'm hoping the hostile mobs end up like walking on here if it is like further falling. I might even try do something about that. I'll find a block which I can place where it doesn't interfere with the minecart. So that's the progress so far. So next what we're going to do is we need to do the water elevator and we need to do the portal and we need to do the toggle system. And then we're pretty much done with the bottom bit. And the next bit is the top part of the mob farm. And it's been a bit of time and I did the item sorters. So the item sorters are done. So let's actually have a look around at what I've done off camera. I've done a lot off camera. So I've added all the iron filters. I added all the water streams here. And I've added this cool thing here. So the pressure plates are explained. So the items will come down here into this side of the filter. But these are dead end. And if the mob farm is efficient enough where the storage is not enough for the mob farm, I'll most likely implement a bulk storage. So let's go down here and show you what I've done with the room. So the room is basically done and I decorated it, and here's the redstone lamps. So what I've done is obviously added wall ceiling to decorate the storage. There's a few little things I need to do. Like back here, I need to add this back wall and I need to add this back wall. That shouldn't be a problem. But everything's done. Also removed the beacon again. And we got ourselves a mob farm. Basically almost done. So we only need to add in the minecarts. And we also need to add in the platform to do the redstone for that. And I think I might not have enough blackstone still to do it because I want to do each one of these 60 blocks tooled, and I've got to make 60 dispensers per a mob spawning platform, like in total. So that's like 240 dispensers, which is going to be painful. So I moved all the stuff down here, like all the items and that, the stuff we mined. We also got a ton of slime balls from this. We've got like nearly 4 stacks. And we come over here. I've added the water stream, so the items will go through. So as normal, and also added some mine carts and that, so we can place on the mine carts. We need to change these to hopper mine carts. And then if I go through here, this is the toggle switch, and this is what we're going to be working on for the last bit of the episode. I think I'm going to do the hopper minecarts manually off camera. So we need to do some redstone here as well. So this is where the other observer will go. But yeah, redstone here we need to add, and we're going to do that right now on camera because that's something which needs doing, and after that it should be done. So yeah, when the items pass through, the lights will turn on, so it gives us a bit of a visual thing where the items are flowing through. I couldn't do any further because the items wouldn't make it to the other side, but hopefully that isn't a problem. I added a portal. I linked it up in the nether as well. So let's see, let's put these in here and let's actually get some redstone. And I did make some pistons somewhere. I do not remember. Let's grab like a ton of stuff. So let's actually go and do the redstone for this. So I want to do this for the last thing. And that because this episode's going to be really long. So obviously there's two parts of this. There's the observer here, which is like an observer clock. And to be honest with you, I could just add an observer here if I wanted to. But I'm actually going to add a observer clock here. And let's actually turn down the block sounds a bit, because this is going to be really loud. So what I was thinking is to have a sticky piston going into this. And also we need another sticky piston for this. So we'll put it here with a redstone block. So this is off right now. So what we need to do is, I'll just grab some cobblestone. This doesn't need to look fancy. And I forgot redstone torches, so, and let's actually do that. So that's extended. So when this is off, it should, what do you call it? It should be on. So this also needs to be in, I don't know which way it is. I think it's off right now. So actually, it's the other way around. This is going to get really confusing. But, okay, so we get redstone here. And we do not want to connect the torch on the side because it would create a clock effect. So the easiest way we could do this is literally just by doing this, and we can do that. So obviously the minecarts are going to be stationary when they get up here. So that does work as intended. So when we turn this on, so let's actually get a torch, it will basically turn on the entire collection system. So we can turn this off, and we are going to do the hopper minecarts. We actually will do it on camera. We've got like plenty of time, and that I want to do as much as I can. So for this, oh my goodness, this is going to take so many minecarts. I also had to get some more hoppers because this is like not cheap at all. So go to, let's turn down our blocks up to 100 again. There we go. So what we have to do is we have to get a hopper minecart for each one, which is going to be fun. But yeah, I most likely am going to do this set with you, and then off camera I'm going to do them all, and then we're going to show you the outcome and see if we've got any problems. I've checked everything. It shouldn't have any problems, but I don't know. I'm a bit curious because we need everything to work flawlessly as we can. So obviously also another thing what I'm going to quickly do, and let's show you. So it's nighttime right now. We're going to come up here, and we're actually going to destroy these torches. This far away. And it should spawn like absolutely crazy. Yeah, you can see it spawning like mental. It's hard to see, and that because I need to control the elytras. But yeah, loads of spawning already. So it's very clear that the caving we did worked. And also added this bomb thing here so we could drop down very easily because I had to seal this off. But let's actually add in the hopper minecarts, and let's go back up after and see. Okay, so see, just add all these hopper minecarts in, and they should work as intended. Well, I do, because I spent hours upon hours on this. So yeah, they should all return back to normal. Aha, yes, it does work. So as this is off, these will not push, but when we turn this on, it will trigger the minecart. So obviously when placing them, it has some collision problems, but it shouldn't affect the farm at all. Okay, so let's actually go back up quickly before I go and place down the minecarts, and you can see loads of mobs have literally have spawned. Like loads. And this is from a singular platform. If we have more spawning spaces, this farm will be peak efficiency, I would say. Literally, look at all them mobs. That is mental. So yeah, I would consider the caving we did. I think we got all the dark spots, which is really good. We maybe missed one or two, but I don't think that will affect the rates that much. But look at that. Oh my goodness. So many. Obviously, I'm not going to stand near it because those creepers will ruin it. But you can tell that this has been a success. So let's actually get the minecarts in and let's test it out to finish off the episode. And hello, Drowned. How are you doing? And all the hoppers are now in. So I think it's like 46 or 47 hoppers are now in this harvesting system. So the only thing we need to do now is cross our fingers and see if this works. So when I turn this on, this should go absolutely haywire. Like everything, all the minecarts should start moving. And it looks like they are. And look at that wave effect. Look how satisfying it is. Look at that. And the droppers should start working. So what we can do to test this is, obviously, we don't have the item filter set up at the moment, but I'm definitely going to do that one off camera. So if we chuck an item, and the carrot should disappear. Yep. And then what's going to happen is it's going to go in the first item filter slot because, again, it's not set up. Let's have a look, see if we can see it go in time. Oh, yep. Do you see the carrot? And it's in the hopper filter. So it works as intended and that. So I have to add the filler items and that. That's going to be more of a tedious thing than an enjoyable thing to watch. And it looks like all the minecarts are working perfectly fine. But if I turn it off, now here's my question. Is it going to... Are all the minecarts going to go stationary? It looks like they are. Yes, so it is actually fully working. And also another thing I quickly want to mention is if I press H on my keyboard and press this, so all the slime chunks in the mob farm have been spawn proofed because I don't want the slimes affecting the minecarts and that. But that's very important that the entities do not mess with the minecart. So everything here has been mob proofed. So the only places where the mobs can spawn is literally up there. So let's actually quickly have another look and see how the mob farm doing up top, see how it's going before we finish the episode. So we go up here, we can fly with the elytras up here. And we need to turn this off. And obviously this has knocked you down. You die and we'll collect your gunpowder. But yeah, this mob farm is working so well. So the final part of this is to literally just do the spawning platforms. It's going to cost so many dispensers, so that's going to be the thing. It's not going to be very easy to do, but it's definitely going to be worth it. I did the maths for the mob farm. So the mob cap is at 70. And if, let's say, when a mob spawns and dies, it's like every 7 seconds, best case scenario. So from that, let me get my calculator again because I actually forgot it. So let's say every 8 seconds. So every 8 seconds a mob will spawn and die. So 3,600 is in an hour. Divide that by 8. That's per mob times by 70. So this mob farm at peak efficiency in the best case scenario would do 31,500 mobs an hour. And if we times that by like 2, and that roughly, we should get like maybe upwards of 63,000 items an hour. which is absolutely insane. But it maybe can reach up to 100,000 items an hour. It depends on the spawning ticks and the random ticks and all that. But I am very confident this farm is going to be so quick that our storage is not going to be able to keep up. Which we have to find out only in one single way. And also I need to also check. So if we turn on this again, and let's turn off the shape. Let's do the light overlay. Are these gonna be spawning spots? No. So I was very sensible when I put them at half slabs. And that's pretty much everything done for this episode. So in the next episode, we are going to be working on the top part. So we're going to be doing the spawning platforms. And I need to craft a ton of dispensers to get ready. I might have to craft some more blackstone for the next episode. And also, yeah, zombie pigmen do spawn here as well, sadly, and I can't shoot you. I have to actually hit you through the portal. And there you go, killed you. But yeah, I'll maybe do it up to 40 or 60. But it's very important, if I could fly, that we keep in the spawn spear. But I think we'll definitely be able to keep in the spawn spear. And that we have to remember we have 4 spawning per. And it's not going to need that much, but if it's not efficient enough, I will upgrade it. But yeah, that's going to be it for today's episode. This is going to be a bit of a longer episode. This is what I'm thinking before editing. It's going to be like 40-50 minute episode. But a lot of technical stuff today and that, and we did a lot of stuff. I did the storage room. And that we've got the harvesting system working, and I'm going to do the item sorter off camera. And that's going to be it for today. So hopefully you enjoyed. If you did enjoy, leave a like and subscribe and that. And if you have any suggestions for the mob farm on design or technicality which can improve it, let me know in the comments. I've got some awesome farms and that. I'm working on an iron farm in creative as well, which I can show soon. But yeah, hopefully you guys have a good day. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye.